Can you share like what else do you do that maybe is like not so visible when you work with people, when you work with your clients, which is an important part of you, but it's
Yeah.
not like visible on the surface.
In terms of like side things that I love, right? I love aviation, right? Like it's a personal passion of mine. Yeah,
Mm.
and the amount of reading that I do about planes, kind of pointless, but I find it a fascinating industry. Just I'm still every time anything related to that, and like astrophysics is also has always been like an area that I've always been fascinated by. But I would describe it just I would call it like not even hobbies, but more just tangential areas of interest that I've
Mhm.
always found awesome. And yeah, those are probably like some that most people would not know. It's
Yeah.
not something that I'm like regularly speaking about.
Yeah, yeah. And does that help you in any way as a leader to de-stress, or does that contribute to what you do at work?
Aviation, I don't think aviation as much,
Mm-hmm.
but I would say that learning about space and time, like just anything related, like which just being able to understand how precious is life in the context of the universe, and the fact that we can actually have this conversation, but at the same time, the humbling nature of it, right? Like
Mm.
how small and infinitely, how little we matter in the context of the
Mm.
broader universe, but at the same time, how much of a miracle it is that life actually exists, and that and the chances other lives existing in other planets. That really makes me think in a very recurring basis of just what are you going to do today with your life, right? It's not only like this month, that every day wake up and be very intentional about this finite moment in this
Yeah.
infinite universe.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. I think aviation can do that, right? It can give you that zoom out perspective.
Yeah.
And you have that, can give you that humility, but also what you said, right? That preciousness about life itself, and that even if you're dealing with a struggle or a challenge, you can see that in that bigger context.
Yeah.
So,
And then you have all this brilliant mind that have figured out all these things that like we're fascinated by, and
mhm.
we're just trying to fix a very specific software problem, right? So it makes you really appreciate the concept of it's not rocket science, right? So
Yeah,
you will be able to fix it or come
absolutely
up with a
right.
solution.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And I do support a lot of founders and work with them. So it's quite paradoxical, right? That sometimes we think that by going deeper, we will go faster, but sometimes by stepping away, we can actually see parts of the puzzle which we don't see. So stepping
yeah,
away allows people to go faster, or to take shortcuts, or to do something which you would not have if you like have your head down in the woods, as you say. So thank
yeah.
you for like sharing that as well.